Hello, guys. Hi. This is your girl, Lisa Baxter. And I'm going to give you the lineup in the 411 on the Kidney Court shows. You know, I created Kidney Court to make people laugh and to make people, you know, see what's going on in their own life. You get sued for not being healthy. So if you was on dialysis and you didn't go, you were sued because you didn't go. If you were supposed to take your high blood pressure pills and you didn't take them, you were sued because of that. And anybody can sue you. A friend, a cousin, a neighbor, anybody that wanted to sue you can sue you. So it always takes place in a courtroom and with the judge and with a bailiff. Sometimes there's a bailiff, a stenographer, someone else to be the person that draws the people and things like that, and a lawyer sometimes come, but it's usually the plaintiff and the defendant and the judge. It's usually at least those three people. Sometimes I get a whole lot of people that want to come and be a part of kidney court, and sometimes a lot of them sign up, and then you sometimes get 12, then you'll get 3 or 4. But whoever I get, I give everybody a chance to play all the different parts. So they don't have to just play the judge or just play the lawyer or the defendant or anything like that. They can play any part they feel comfortable with. Since I wrote all the parts, I'm comfortable in playing all the parts if somebody wasn't there or didn't show up or changed their mind or got cold feet, because these things do happen. But I am going to explain some of those things to ya. Now, now, these are some of the new ones that I've written because I'm the creator of it and the director and what have you, and I do film and things like that. Okay, one of the shows I did is called Doctor Patient Feud, where the doctor and the patient take each other to court. They both feel like taking each other to court. Usually, there's only one person take a person to court. In this case, it was both of them decided to take each other to court. Okay, so I plays the doctor. Okay, and the patient is Francine Murray. You've known Francine Murray before. She played more than one role, so I'm going to tell you each show and who plays what. So Francine Murray, Pastor Francine Murray, and Dr. Anthony Grigliazzi. We just call him Dr. G, and he played the judge. Okay, so when that came to that, he did a very good job, I must say. You know what I mean? He wasn't an actor, but he'll tell you that. But he did an excellent job in every role that he was given. Okay, um, Okay, let's go. Let's next. I don't want to keep you guys too long with it, but I'm excited and happy because I did more shows because people requested me to do more shows. I did them in person, and then somebody requested to have them on Zoom, so I did a Zoom last year. So we tried it again and did 3 on Zoom this year. Woo! Who knew, right? The next one is the grandparent bad rep, meaning the bad parent got a bad rep, and his grandchild takes the grandparent to court because the grandparent is not on dialysis and not have a transplant, but the grandparent has a kidney disease, and the grandparent has something where they can go on dialysis because they're not eating right or doing the right thing and sprinkling stuff. How many of you guys have a grandparent or know somebody in your family that bring their own seasoning to the party or their own seasoning to the barbecue and stuff like that, or to a restaurant with them and they take it out their pocket and do all of these things and stuff like that? And then you got the ones that like the stuff from the restaurant and do that. But in this case, this one sprinkled so much the person can get sick and go on dialysis, and the grandchild didn't want that. I wanted a teenager to play this role, but I couldn't find a teenager. Everybody got shy on me. Sometimes I get emails of different people, and sometimes the time of the day is not good for the person. But one of the days I had to film, it was raining a lot. It was really bad weather, and I was surprised to get who I got. You know what I mean? So I had to travel as well. So, and then the person didn't feel well, but she still did a good part. Thank you, Pastor Murray. All right. So the one for the grandparent is okay. Um, hmm. So what I do know is that um, Dr. G. He was the grandparent, and Miss Murray, Pastor Murray, played his granddaughter, and I played the judge. Okay, so you're gonna look for these because between this week and next week, the kidney court, the new ones are going to come out. Feel free to visit the old ones on the Lisa Baxter show as well. You're gonna love it. You're gonna laugh, and some of you are gonna see some of yourself in some of these characters. You know that. Come on now. As I go down the line. Now, one of them, these first three I did in person, and then the next three I'll read from you will have been on and that was like 2 Thursdays ago that we taped this. But my person in Singapore, she lives in Singapore, Rochelle, and she have been editing my stuff for years. So now I got new people now. I got people like Johannan McDowell, and I have Tim. I forgot Tim last name. Oh my God! But I know Tim from Brick, and we were in class together, so I know Tim. So they're working with me, editing these things and doing these things. I miss Rochelle very much. I think she's on vacation. I haven't been able to contact her in about a month, so I had to get somebody else to do it. And we've been together 2 years. So if this is it, she still did a beautiful job, and her name is on the stuff. Whoever do work with me, their name is on the stuff, and they can use the voiceovers. They can use the acting and the taping and all of the editing and stuff like that on their resumes when they do other jobs and other stuff. So it helps you to gain experience as well. All right. So home on the streets. Home on the streets. Okay. Pastor Murray plays the judge, and Dr. G plays the store owner, and I play the homeless person who have their box in front of his store, and I'm living in the box in front of his store. So he takes me to court because he noticed my catheter hanging out of my chest, and while I'm being homeless at the same time, knowing that a catheter can get germs and stuff like that and things. So, I'm explaining this to you because I want you to know what you're looking at, even though I don't be wanting to tell y'all everything or the whole ending, but you'll enjoy it whether you know it all or you don't, and whether you experience this in your life or you don't. And I hope it's a good thing for you. But there was fun playing that part, and sometimes you may forget a line or you may forget a prop or have your props and don't even use them, but the feeling just go with you and you just go with it and for it. So those are those three. Now, when I take Sunday that passed, yeah, the Sunday that passed, we did this and we had a ball doing it. It was hilarious. And as soon as you think you have a part down pat, somebody said, "Oh, I want to change parts, or I want to do this, or I can't do that." So you have to go with what your people can do, and you got to work together as a team. And every team has been a beautiful team. Every team. Okay, love should be healthy. How about that? Now, how many of us know? Woo, love should be healthy. Yes. Okay. Now, for love should be healthy, there's a couple that's in love, or they was in love, and they both were on dialysis, and then they both, one of them got a kidney, and the other one felt it should have been their kidney, so they brought each other to court. How about that? Fighting, feuding in love and dialysis and in transplant history. How about that? So, okay, the wife is played by Dr. Rimethea L. Webster, and her husband. Now, the wife's name is Allison Popwell, and the husband name is Evan Popwell. And those are their fake names, of course, and but their real names. So the wife's real name is Dr. Rimethea L. Webster, and who play her husband, his real name is Eric Carter. Eric Carter does a good job. He did a good job last time too. They both did. And the bailiff, oh, Jared A. Brown. You should know Jared A. Brown. He have done most of my intros for my shows and stuff like that. We were both with Urban Health together with the kidney nurse Steve Belcher. So me and him go way back. I go back with his brother Jeff, the Brown brothers. You know what I'm saying? So they do good work. And even though we all doing a lot of other stuff now, we always kidney stuff will always be in our hearts, and we'll always try to do things to help people to raise awareness. You know, this is National Kidney Month. This is also Women's Month. This is also Colon Cancer Month. So whatever month it is, love on it, celebrate it, learn something of it or about it, and feel free to post. Especially if you ever been on any of my shows, take the show and post it to raise kidney awareness. You know, I think it would help. You know what I mean? Some people don't know you had an interview or know your story or know your testimony, but on my show, you were able to tell it. So if you need me to send you the show so you can share it, ask me, or just go right on the Lisa Baxter Show on YouTube. But it's also on Google and it's on cable and it's spreading to other networks. I'm starting to get an HD channel now, so they putting me on that. I'm trying to get channel 13. I was going to get channel 5 at one time years ago, but the pandemic happened. But I'm hoping Mercy will come and they'll get me or grab me and bring and put the Lisa Baxter Show on that. I was sorry we didn't get to do Oprah before she left too, but all those things was in the work. But we all know all things work together for the good for them that love God. Okay, so I told you whose plan love should be healthy. Now the next one is a donor's promise. Now, how many times you? I don't know if you ever had this, but people offered to give me a donor. I've even had a person offer to carry a baby for me when I couldn't carry my babies, which I lost all of them. But people sometimes mean it and mean it in their heart, but don't know all the trouble you can deal with and go through. Because sometimes while you helping somebody, you still have a life or husband or children too, while you're trying to do this wonderful thing for the person. Your life don't stop. You know what I mean? So sometimes things can get heavy, hard, or difficult. So if you make a decision, at least you can be in it together, involve your family, involve whoever's supposed to be involved in it. And feel free to cry or talk about it or get counseling. I know even when you get a transplant, they want you to have counseling. And whoever give you the kidney, if they're alive, they want them to have counseling too. But in this case, we have a woman that not only promised to do this to one person, she's done it to many people. So she's being taken to court for not making good on her promise. Enjoy that one too. And the judge, yours truly, Lisa Baxter, once again. Okay, and we all got crazy and fake names that I made up and stuff like that. And let me see the lying donor, I call her. That's Rimothy L. Webster, the Dr. Webster, and the patient she was mean to, of course, was Eric again. Poor Eric. His real name is Eric, but he plays the dialysis patient that you need a recipient. And the beautiful bailiff is Jared A. Brown, my buddy, my friend, my brother from another mother. And he knows this, right? I know he do. You know what I mean? Oh, he's a beautiful person. The other one, the last one I did it where, one time I think I had one of the people didn't show. So we played it even like the person really didn't show. So this time we did it with the judge not showing up. So while we're waiting on the judge, me and the person that brought each other to court is fussing at the court, fussing to each other, waiting for the court, waiting for the judge to come. And the eventer, because that one is called, I named that thing about 10 times, it takes a thief. Where's the judge? You know, I tell you what happened to my invention, stolen invention. I call that thing a thousand things, but you'll see the real name when it comes out. Right? But the doctor inventor is, of course, Dr. Rimothy L. Webster, and of course the thief, yours truly, Lisa Baxter. You know, I was supposed to play the thief, but she felt like playing it. I ain't mad of her, you know, and I was glad, that everybody got a little tired and people had other, Zooms and things to do. So I tried not to tie them up. So she and I did that one together by ourselves, and that was a hoot, and it was fun. I excuse me. I hope you enjoyed all of it because this is all for you from my heart. I use every gift and every talent God gave me to educate you, to make you laugh, to make you learn, to open your eyes, to help you out, to help your family out, your friend out, or whoever's watching with any type of illness, any type of sickness. You know what I mean? A lot of times we don't take care of ourselves like we should, and we don't do things like we should, but we should. You know what I mean? But somebody that loves us show us that they love us and they just drag us to court. How about that? Now I have a new character out. You know, you see all of my different characters I play, and they're different ones that talk about dialysis, kidney disease, and transplant and all kind of stuff. It is called Super Kidney Woman, where I wear a cape and stuff like that. And I'm supposed to be, helping people and straightening them out or doing prevention by coming there in time before they put that stuff in their mouth that can raise the pressure, or, or their treatment go bad or something like that. So I hold it, stop. Isn't that something? A senior, that's a superhero. I ain't mad at me. How about that? But anyway, I hope you like the character, and I'll do a couple of things with it into it. I still wanted somebody to be able to come on the show, the Lisa Baxter show, and explain how they clean up the fistula out, or the catheters out, or how they put them in or in the groin. I want them to explain that, and doing a little bit of explaining about how a transplant go, and what takes place on recovery time. But in all these years, I haven't been able to get anybody. I may have to, Google something or talk to a real doctor or take some notes and explain it in the shortest way I can for the people that's nervous, for the people that's scared, because we do get nervous and scared. I was scared to death when I had to go on dialysis when it was time to me to get stuck. When it was in my chest, that was one thing. That was a whole nother experience. And the growing was another experience. All the places I've had have been an experience. So it's good to know what's going to happen and what you got to do, even though you may be afraid. But life is life, and you at least you got to know how to attack something, or what you're going to do. Say, I'm gonna hold my breath. When I used to get stuck and everything, I pray, hold my breath. I look the other way. You have people that stare and look, but every time I did, I would jump. So I just want this to be for you. I know I'm not the only show. I'm not the only people that, even the dialysis centers and hospitals you deal with, I'm sure they have films about everything. But this is coming from me because I love you. I care about you. I don't want you to give up or change your mind just because you're afraid or scared or you don't understand or you don't know. So it's being explained to you and any and everybody else in the best way I know how. I love you. Okay, so that should be everything. Funny thing, look at my little scripts I've been writing. I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about some of the goodies and stuff that I have. I hope you guys, if you go out, you have your own Clorox wipes, whether you had a transplant or not. It's good to have these things because stuff lays on tables, you know what I mean, on surfaces. And sometimes where you go, the people don't clean it off good enough or right. And sometimes I would ask them about it. And if I'm going for a coffee or water or whatever I'm going for, I still sometimes just pull out my own stuff. Sometimes I use my hand sanitizer, or I use, my sprays and all that kind of stuff. But I have a million things. I'm germophobic. That's just me. You know what I mean? Oh, isn't this cute? They should put it in this thing now. This is nice. This is look. Isn't that beautiful anointing bottle? Child, please, I done threw it all over me. Stuff been going on and acting up, and I got to keep going and living. No. All right. Okay, what else want to say? They say get connected, right, with Metro. So y'all guys know Metro. They got their own commercials and stuff like that. And I like the fact that they, have all kind of sales and stuff like that for people and things like that. It's very interesting. It's good to take and find out maybe something to be cheaper for you or better for you or plan for you and your family. Nope, they don't pay me to say it. Anything that I use or work with, I want to help you guys with it. Now, I got this in the mail because I got Health First, but I know Humana got some of these things too. Now, if you want silver sneakers, which I remember going to that years ago when I wasn't even a senior, but they let me in. So, and them people put me to shame, some of them, because, I had some issues and problems, boy, maybe because I was running when I got there. But anyway, if you want to deal with silver sneakers, if you want a home attendant or learn how to make better meals, they got some of everything in there. I couldn't believe it. I got this today. I don't know if you got a what is it, an OCD COD card? I'm looking up here. Oh, OTC card allowance, and it's usually like 175 or something like that. Before I was getting $500 every 3 months, so they changed it to monthly now. But if you don't spend it all, it gotta go. So you gotta spend it on good, healthy stuff and things like that. So I love these kind of things, and they're all interesting and stuff like that. Shando. All right, so look it up. You know what I mean? They got numbers here, and they got CVS take the OTC, so many other things too. hmm So they got group fitness classes, okay, and stuff like that. And one of the other things I wanted to say, the senior centers are very nice. So I teach a lot of classes and stuff in there, and even I went there one time just to enjoy myself, to talk to a social worker there. They have a social worker on site if you need help and stuff like that, and then you could eat if you want to, $2, $1.50, and if you don't have it, you still get to eat. And everything, you get to make friends, you socialize in there, you stay as long as you want. They're open 8 to 4. They have them in all boroughs. Find out one near you. I went to Allen. I went to Best Life. You can Google these things. You can look them up. You can. I think you can belong to more than one. I don't know. You know what I mean? But you can try. If you like one better than the other, sometimes one do more activities and the other one food is better. I've been to a lot of them in Brooklyn, and some of them are fantabulous as well. So you think about those things and stuff. I'm going to show you my camera. I had to put it back here. I had no place to put it. This is really my friend Al's camera, and he lent it to me so I could be able to. Is that not cute? Is that not adorable? Like boom, right there. He won't come get it, but he had like 5 cameras, but he lent this to me last year so I could do kidney court. So I was very grateful and thankful, and I tried to take it to him. I tried to get him to come get it, and he has not. He has a lot of gadgets with it and to it that help it stand up, and the Zoom thing and all kind of stuff. I got better at it, I tell you that much. But I was grateful and thank you, Al. He got a transplant. We were dialysis buddies, now we transplant buddies and very good friends. He never let me interview him, but I thank him for whatever way he feel to help, pay homage to the dialysis and the kidney patients and stuff like that. Now, besides Brick, you hear me talk about Brick all the time, Brick Arts Media in Brooklyn. And if you want to learn on any of the classes, they're pretty reasonable. And you can always visit and go. You can even put your event there. Like if you wanted to have your own event, you can have an event right there. So these are different flyers and stuff they have. I put it in here. I put it in there for the young people because they have a young people boot camp. You got plenty of people that's really into shooting and their own podcast and their own show and stuff like that. So it don't have to just be me. It could be you. So go on there and do your thing. Be creative. You know what I mean? Whatever you do, sing, shout. And another thing I wanted to say before I go and let you guys go is that you may hear singing. If you hear singing, it'll be Althea Towns. You'll hear Carol Harvey. Carol Harvey is a pastor, overseer at my church. And who else? You might hear me even singing, or you may hear me talking because I've been trying. I usually have the men talk and say, you don't want to be the one caught at kidney court. I like different voices and you different people. I don't want to be in the spotlight every 2 minutes. Let you shine sometime. All right, let you go about it sometime. So it's all good. It's all wonderful. I decided to do 2 ponytails this time. I'm enjoying it. Even though I've had my hair in over 2 months, I'm ready to take it out. But I've been enjoying every style. 1 ponytail, 2 ponytails, leaving it out. But anywho, so one of them says, um, take what is it? Don't be fool, take care of yourself at the kidney, at the kidney court, at the kidney, at the kidney court. So I wrote that a while back, just like I wrote, the Lisa Baxter Show song, giving you the 411 in the kidney world. Because I care and I love you. I'll always love you. If I knew how to make a kidney, I would make a kidney. Kidney is up like that shape just to show you the same way like we do with the heart. But it's all in love and all in favor. So, guys, enjoy the shows. Tell somebody about it. I would love to go viral, but if it's not even about that, but it is about health, because health is wealth and sharing is caring. Take care of your kidneys and they will take care of you. Love your kidneys. Share your spare, as they say. So, my stuff will be shared if anything happened to me. I can't afford to give nothing away now, though. And the stuff that's like not too bad are the eye. Well, he bad, you know what I mean? But but I love you guys and V for victory, okay? So keep up the good things. I'm praying for you. Pray back for me. All right. Stay strong. You got this. All right. Much love, much peace, much prayer, and much power. All right. All right. So enjoy. I'm gonna hit that button. How about that? Shando. I got too much stuff up here. Isn't it good to laugh? I want y'all to laugh and crack your side and put stuff in the comment. Put like and share for the Lisa Baxter Show. Now, the Kidney Court is on my channel on the Lisa Baxter Show channel station. Excuse me. So you have to know that because you be looking for it. Because I tried to Google it without doing that. Putting it up there without doing that. And I think you got one show and another show like that show, but something like that. But it wasn't the same. So you have to go on the Lisa Baxter Show on YouTube, and then you'll see Kidney Court and stuff like that because it'll show all the shows, which I have a lot. All right. So thank you for caring, sharing, and being a part of the Lisa Baxter Show and being creative because you are my diamond. Bye. Peace. Beautiful. Shondo.